今年是朱德群先生逝世10周年，在第60届威尼斯双年展举行期间，他的家人和艺术史学家、策展人 Matthieu Poirier 一起在威尼斯岛上一个废弃的私人泳池里，为他办了近年来最重要的回顾展《朦胧的银河》。
It's less than 50 works from different natures, mostly works on oil on canvas. Lending works from the foundation helped me to have access to private collections all over Europe. You see what ephemera and objects that belong to the artist. The whole exhibition as a kind of altar dedicated to the artist.
There are any episodes, during this whole curation process with his family?
All those people have been involved in the process at different level. Yvon and Anne-Valérie, his wife, has been very involved, talking with the family. It feels like I know him. Everybody told me that he was very introverted and very serious and very dedicated to his work.
Because it's such an unusual space, so I wonder is there like a design route for the visitors and what are some of the special experience they can get?
It was a private swimming pool, a gigantic one, built in the late 1960s. It's a 800 square meters space, 17 meters high ceilings. So we had to build a lot of flying walls and devices, platforms to accommodate the viewer's experience and to give a proper access to every painting. The multi-layer thing makes you travel in the space as you would travel mentally in the paintings. The show is inversed chronological order. The exhibition starts in 1951 with this very rare and very interesting painting. It's a landscape painting that he did on the shore back in Formosa. Water is basically spreading all over the composition. You can already notice the importance he gave to the aquatic element. Another painting is important, even smaller, is from 1955. He knew how to be very precise in terms of textures, lights, skin, that's not what he does at all. Despite the fact that he has living models in front of him. These shapes that are basically losing their containment character, very vibrant darkness. It's like a fire in the night. And this kind of environment in echo to the seashore. All the characters seems to escape from this. They've been swallowed by this kind of cosmogonic environment.
And then the 1970s is kind of like seemed as a big turning point for him. Would you say so?
He is very coherent. There is no huge turnover at some point when he switched from one language to another, but you can still see kind of evolution that is not rigid. The more it goes, the less amount of matter you have on the canvases. After 1970, it's lighter and lighter. Le Point du Jour from 1988, it's kind of the central work of the show, is very cosmogonic, and it kind of explains the title of the show. Also, you have works from 1988 or so, Fusion 2, that is a huge canvas, almost 4 meters large. You have trees, you have water, it's really liquid.
How should we appreciate and understand the universe and those virtual landscapes he created in his works?
They don't represent an existing actual landscape. They are projections of the brain. Of course, when you think of the Snow series in 1985, when he was in Switzerland, yeah, it rings a bell. You will bounce from one shape to the other. You will bounce from a colorful cloud to another. You will be trapped into a kind of vortex at some point and be liberated on the other side of the, like basically in strong waves on the seaside. He had so many interest in classic painting, Eastern painting as well. He's been doing calligraphy. His love of poetry, literature. He was already 35 when he arrived in Paris. He went through many museums in Europe. It's oil and painting. It's very precise technique of playing with the superimposed layers, games of transparencies, opacities. It's a smoky effect, visual world, because nebula in Latin also means snow. I think that's one of his characteristics. He doesn't treat the surface, it's not only the hand that speaks, it's the whole body. He was quite tall actually, 182 centimeters. When he was younger, he was playing basketball. He talked a lot about emotional outbursts. Everything is moving, everything is falling, is floating, is disappearing or appearing. They are mental landscapes as well.